Welcome back to the Goal2Go podcast, man. Episode 9, week 8 of the NFL season. Alex, Tyler, sitting here. Predictions for last week, week 7. I went 10-4. You went 8-6. Puts me at 56-52 on the year. You at 66-42. So even though I caught 2 games, just that one 3-11 week, shit killed me.
I'm just staying above water. As long as I'm positive, I'm good. That 1 week just fucked you, buddy.
Yeah, it definitely did. Episode 9, man. You already know what it is. You got another week of Hot or Nots, along with our week 8 predictions. Started off with the Hot or Not. You want me to hit you this week, or?
Yeah, you can go ahead and start off.
All right, man. I got 2 that involve quarterback. Matt Ryan has played his last NFL game.
I'm going to say that is a hot take. I know coming off of that last game, he did not look good at all. He ended up getting benched this week for Sam Ehlinger. But I still think, at this point, we're in week 8? It's not early in the season, but I do think it's early on in his Colts career. To whereas, how good is Sam Ehlinger going to be? What is this? His second year in the league out of Texas. Matt Ryan has not looked good. That O-line has looked atrocious. I think that's been the biggest thing that's hurting him. The run game hasn't been getting going. Jonathan Taylor, he's been kind of banged up this year. So, I don't think he's played his last NFL game. And this offseason, who knows, quarterback gets banged up, something happens, the team's super, super desperate. They just, throw a flyer at Matt Ryan just to see if he has anything left. Former MVP. He's been a really, really, really good quarterback. I think he's coming on the down end of his career. He's on the back end. Kind of looks like Father Time has caught up with him and a few other older quarterbacks in the league this year. But I do think that it's too early to jump the gun. I'm going to say it's a hot take that Matt Ryan played his last NFL game.
Is that a hint at something?
What you talking about?
Another quarterback in the league.
Oh, that Father Time is caught up to?
Yeah.
I can think of a few of them.
All right, man. My second and last one. Kenny Pickett will not finish the season as the Pittsburgh Steelers starting quarterback.
I'm going to say that one is not a hot take, although I think he should finish. At this point, for the Steelers, their defense is playing good, but, really, the way that division is shaping out along with the AFC, it is the season's pretty much over. At this point, it's a throwaway. What can you really lose other than Kenny Pickett, getting, seriously injured or, having a career-ending, threatening injury, other than him starting. You just want him to get out there, let him get the experience. The person that will replace him, Mitchell Trubisky, got benched for Kenny Pickett. So, it doesn't really matter. At this point, if you're the Steelers, man, you just want to see T.J. Watt get back healthy, and you just want this. You're ready for the offseason. Because, they just want to. If I'm the Steelers, I want to get more weapons for Kenny Pickett and that offense. Although they do have a good weapons room, I was
gonna say, man,
they do have a good
weapons. I think they need an O-line.
I was getting right to that. Next, you want to build up that O-line, help Najee Harris keep going. You've been seeing the memes around, Instagram, Twitter, online, saying he's the next Trent Richardson. Big rookie season, he just falls off the next year. I hope it's not the case, but I've seen the clips of him just missing holes and not being able to run.
So you did say that the other day, obviously not on air. Bro, I was looking at one of the IG doctors. All right, he's an IG doctor, but he actually has an MD. So he is a doctor, bro. But he was talking about Najee's, I think it was ankle or foot injury?
I think he had a foot injury.
Yeah, his foot injury. Up until this week, actually, he said that injury prevents players from making certain cuts and certain moves.
Yeah, he probably wasn't able to hit the cutback or hit the hole right.
So I was watching the Dolphins game. He looked better hitting the holes.
He did look explosive in the Dolphins game.
Yeah, they didn't really. Obviously the run game didn't get crazy, but I just think that maybe that injury played a part. Not ready to say Trent Richardson just yet. Man.
Yeah, but back to the hot or not, what you were saying. I think we could see, Mike Tomlin try to, save his coveted never had a losing season as a Steelers head coach, because that's really all they have left at this point. And they try to throw Mitchell Trubisky in there to get something going. But honestly, if I'm the Steelers, I would just keep Kenny Pickett out there, get him going, get him as much experience as possible. Because right now, if you're the Steelers, you're looking ahead to the future. Because this season is all but over. Next season, hopefully they take a step in the right direction. But at this point, you just want to see the Steelers get healthy and look forward to the next season and off season. So yeah, I don't think it's a hot take. I could see it happening, but if I'm the Steelers organization, I just keep Kenny Pickett out there to get him as much playing time, as much reps as possible.
That's all I got for the hot or nots.
All right. Speaking of father time quarterbacks,
yeah, I knew that was coming. That's why I had to say it.
The Buccaneers should look to replace Brady this offseason.
Man, I'm gonna say it's not. You know what, bro? I'm gonna say it's a hot take right now. I don't know what's going on with Brady, but if you're the Bucs, when you talk about replacing Brady, you're talking about a plug-and-play player, a draft, like maybe they draft a guy, sit him for a year, and then Brady's done after one more. Obviously, depends on what Brady wants, but I don't think they're going to get a plug-and-play quarterback that's going to be better than Brady. Who are you going to get? In the free agent market, were you going to go Russell Wilson, trade for him? What? I just don't see Brady as a game manager is just as good as any quarterback they could just pick up. It's not like you're going to find a franchise QB just laying in free agency. So I'm going to say, if they do add someone, it'd be a young guy, maybe even a rookie, try to get someone in the draft, even though probably quarterbacks can be flying early in this year's draft.
Yeah.
But if they go ahead and pick up a little project QB, they got Kyle Trask is their backup? Nah.
I forgot about him. I think he is.
Yeah. So
he drafted him last year, 2 years ago.
Exactly. So, not necessarily replace, but look for the future. He's 43? 44? So. Yeah. I don't think they're looking for a replacement, but it's definitely clock's ticking on Brady. You said it. Time catching up.
I agree, but another question into that is you were talking about how they're trying to replace him plug and play. After the 2 losses they had back to back, the Steelers and Panthers, arguably the 2 worst teams in the NFL. Is this roster ready for a plug and play quarterback? Are they in win now, or do you think they just start completely over and try to rebuild?
They're 2 years removed from a Super Bowl championship. That's crazy.
Unless you're a fucking dynasty, kind of the Patriots have been with Brady, or the Chiefs have always been competitive since being in the Super Bowl. But other than that, teams kind of seems after they make the Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl, they kind of are on the decline and have to kind of revamp their entire team.
I would say that they would be a plug and play if they could find someone that good. I still do think that they could compete. Maybe not win a Super Bowl, but NFC Championship. You still got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
I don't know. Did you see Mike Evans draw?
Oh, yeah, I did. I saw it because I have him on my fantasy team. But, at the end of the day, that was a horrible drop by Evans. That was solid 10 points there. And then I got Brady. That's another 6 points there. That shit hurt my heart. But, they still got weapons. Fournette's still probably at the back end of his career now, but still somewhat in his prime.
Yeah. Serviceable.
It's not like they're going to get any younger, so...
And, I don't know. I just think this team's in a weird place, bro. Especially with
they're in limbo.
With these 2 losses, they're kind of I don't know, what do you really do?
But who's winning the NFC South?
It would be the Bucs, but at that... I don't see, the Falcons, can they, although they just got murdered by the Bengals this past week, so I don't know.
Saints. I mean, it looks like they were in control of that Thursday night game, and then Andy Dalton throws 2 picks.
Yeah.
Pick sixes. Isaiah Simmons. You saw he posted that clip at halftime on TikTok.
Yo, I did see that.
Someone said, was it him or his manager, bro? They're having a whole debate, but.
Caught that bitch with one hand, looking like Madden 20 Isaiah Simmons, bro.
Yeah, man. I had him in my franchise, bro. Joe was a dog. 99 overall, X Factor.
He was the best user, bro. I'm glad he's making plays, bro.
Yeah, bro. They really thought he was going to be him. He was like that hybrid coming in, linebacker, safety. Yeah. I mean.
That big could play anywhere. They had him like on the edge, like rushing the passer.
Sometimes.
Yeah, they literally had him like on boundary corner, safety. Like they use him everywhere in Clemson.
It's kind of like Minka Fitzpatrick, but Simmons is better.
Nah, Minka was not a lot like a pass rusher.
No, he wasn't a pass rusher, but he was everything else.
In the secondary, yeah. Nah, Minka was a beast coming out of Bama. All right, we'll continue the train of washed quarterbacks. Hot or not, we'll see Jordan Love play meaningful football this year for the Packers.
That's a hot take. Rodgers 2 back-to-back MVP seasons. But if I do see it, I won't be surprised just because, I mean, Rodgers is getting up there in age. Jordan Love, I mean, he was drafted in 2019, so he's got one more year after this before his 5th-year option comes up. And you haven't seen him play one regular season snap.
No, he did. He played last year at the
end
of the season against the Lions. No meaningful football. He played no meaningful football.
It's preseason football in December. But obviously,
like they already planned. They were resting
Rodgers for the playoffs. But I mean, you really haven't seen anything from him. So if the Packers do go in that direction, it wouldn't be a shock to me. Mm-hmm. I would personally like it if the Packers keep trending downwards. I don't see a reason why not. You can't put everything on Rodgers though. Romeo Dobbs, 4th and 1. They run a little rub route for him, hits him on the hands, just drops it. I mean, you got plays like that. They make them first down. Packers maybe get a touchdown. Game changes just like that. But it's not all on Rodgers, but he is the leader, the veteran, the 2-time MVP, Super Bowl champ. Just like Brady, he should be putting in work. I mean, and he's really not doing anything too flashy right now. Or anything at all. I mean, the Packers are just trending down right now.
Yeah, the last few weeks, I definitely thought they'd come back and beat the Commanders, even though it was on the road. And that's not even a tough game. Like, that's a game the Packers should win.
Not gonna lie, man. You gotta stop sleeping on that boy Taylor Heineke, bro. I told you last week. Taylor Heineke, man. Look at him.
I mean, I can't argue it. He won, but I mean, I'm not.
You saw Scary Terry come back to life, bro.
Bro, he was feasting on Jair. Oh my God, he killed him on that touchdown and on that I think it was like 3rd and long or whatever on that last drive to like run the clock out. He ran that comeback and just beat Jair bad.
But Wentz was the starting quarterback all year. Curtis Samuel, #1 target. Now Heineke comes back, and you've seen that Scary Terry we saw years past with Heineke at QB most of the time.
Well, yeah, he's produced with Heineke too.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But you wonder, was it Wentz's fault? Was it their chemistry? Or?
How sad is it that Taylor Heineke is the best quarterback Scary Terry's played with in the NFL?
It's crazy, but he eats with Heineke, man.
Just imagine how good he'd be with like a good quarterback.
Well, Carson Wentz was once a good quarterback.
After that injury and that loss in the playoffs to the Seahawks, it was pretty much over with.
No doubt, but I was talking pre-injury Wentz.
Well, yeah, he didn't get to play with pre-injury wins.
Exactly. I'm just saying, he had the caliber to be the best quarterback.
Well, yeah, but
clearly
now
didn't pay off.
Like the Colts should have never moved off of him.
Anyway. That's crazy. They went from one garbage QB to someone even more garbage.
Bro, ever since Andrew Luck just retired on them, they have just been in like a circus of just like mid quarterbacks.
Man, Luck.
Was it like Brissett? Then Phillip
Phillip Rivers,
like
like
last season.
Then you go to Wentz, and
then now Matt Ryan.
They just got
washed last season.
An old door of revolving QBs now. It went from Rivers to Wentz. Well, Wentz isn't even
not even old. Brissett wasn't even old.
Yeah, that's why I didn't include him.
Just mid.
Yeah,
just all average.
Nah, and after what I watched from Brissett, I don't even know what to say.
Well, that's a perfect segue into my last hot or not.
Hot or not.
Browns would win their division if Watson served his original suspension.
Yeah, that is not a hot take. Obviously, it would win their division. Are you kidding me? Now, some of it does come down to that sorry coaching staff between Joe Woods and Kevin Stefanski. But those games, fourth quarter, ball in your QB's hands, you're paying them $200 million to win you football games, and that's what Deshaun Watson probably would have done. Brissett, I've mentioned his picks, fourth quarter down the stretch. Chargers, what was it, last week? They couldn't get any. They got JOK forces a fumble. Browns pick it up, can't drive down the field, turnover on downs, or something happened. They get the ball with like 12 seconds left. That's not doable. But the drive before that, Brissett easily had a chance to win the game. And once again, the Browns, whether it's Stefanski calling his plays, his personnel, and his analytics guys in his ear, I don't know. Joe Woods finally had a good game last week. Let me say that. But that's besides the point.
What happened to Njoku? He got hurt?
Yeah, he did get hurt. He's out for like 2 to 4, I think.
He got a concussion or some shit?
Ankle injury. I think it's an ankle injury.
Just Ian for me in fantasy, bro.
Bro, he
off the waiver wire.
It's about time, bro, for Njoku. He's the number one tight end. Austin Hooper playing in front of him was just insane.
Shout out Harrison Brand, man. Big week coming up.
FAU probably. Yeah, well, it's not like Brissett finds any of his receivers besides like Amari Cooper on like 4 passes.
Watson changes that offense?
Bro, so easily.
Well, I don't know. If we think about all the quarterbacks that have gone to new situations this year, I don't think any of them have worked out so far.
All right.
Russ in Denver?
You might be right, bro. But all right, Russ is 34 years old. Matt Ryan is on the back end of his career. We knew that.
Who else?
Deshaun Watson's what, 26, 27? 20, might be like 27. He's still not even in his 30s. And obviously the question is not playing a lot of football. Didn't play last season.
Mariota on the Falcons?
That's probably the best pickup.
Still not that good.
Bro, it can't be worse than Jacoby Brissett. I mean, he's a new quarterback on a new team. Look at him.
He is. Carson Wentz on the Commanders?
Nah, don't even count that. I told you Taylor Heineke. Day one,
but he was the week 1 starter though.
Taylor Heineke should have been the week 1 starter.
Yeah, he was the starter, and we saw what happened.
All I'm saying is if Deshaun Watson plays at Carson Wentz level, I don't think you'll ever see me back on this show.
You never know, man. 2 years removed from football.
But I did see a stat. The Browns are 2-0 when Nick Chubb gets 20-plus carries. He had 16 last week.
That's why they lost by, 3 points?
And they're, what is it, week 8? They're 0-5 when Nick Chubb runs for less than 20 carries.
They gotta feed Nick Chubb, man.
Dude, I watched him touch the ball, and you think he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. He goes for 6. How do you not get first downs and touchdowns after that? But
Kareem Hunt, he scored 2 last game, didn't he? He was looking good.
yeah, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't even matter for that Browns team. Doesn't even matter.
You ready for next year or what?
I'm ready for week 12, bro. Just if they could find a way, they can beat these divisional opponents, because it's not like anyone's running away with that North Division right now.
They're not.
You got right now it's the Ravens you might think is in control. Bengals had a good game last week.
I would say the Bengals right now. Brady still look a little shaky to me on defense.
But past couple of weeks, I haven't been picking up Browns. We're gonna get into the picks. They play on Monday night against the Bengals, so we'll see. We'll see what we got for that one. So we might as well just go ahead and lead it right into our picks. Thursday night football. LJ and the Ravens on the road at Raymond James in Tampa against the Bucks. Talked about Father Time catching up. LJ's not getting too old, so I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Real quick. I just have another. I just literally just thought of another hot or not.
Go ahead.
Hot or not, Lamar Jackson does not deserve his contract extension.
That's a hot take.
After the way he's been playing the last few weeks.
Yeah, you had 2 bad games. I mean, he's won both of the games.
Last week he didn't have any touchdowns against the Browns.
Well,
You've been on this show repeatedly every single week.
No.
Saying it was the worst defense. They need to fire boys.
They have no run defense. That is the worst thing.
And what's the best thing Lamar does?
Bro.
Okay, so how does he not have any touchdowns? I don't understand.
What do you want him to do? Take the ball up the gut?
He literally didn't he get a fucking handoff last week? Bro,
it was a pitch from Andrews.
Yeah, literally.
And it went for a first down, bro.
Okay, but he can't score. Mark Andrews, no receptions.
I'm just saying, man, they got the win. Can't be mad with the win, especially.
What I'm saying, that was last week. The few weeks before that, the game against the Giants, where the 2 bad turnovers.
You're right. They lost that one
game, and the game against the Bills, on the last drive, pick in the end zone.
That's one of the best teams in the league.
Okay, but if you want top money and you getting top money to beat these teams,
all I'm saying is, bro, you know the Ravens' defense isn't all that.
Those 2 turnovers got nothing to do with the Ravens' D, bro.
Exactly, but. Just look at it. How are you gonna say he doesn't deserve that contract? Yeah, Russell Wilson, $200 million. Do you want to win games?
He clearly doesn't deserve it.
You want to win games in the NFL, bro. You're gonna need a quarterback, and Lamar, he's gonna win you games. Yeah, sure, he might have some dud of a games, but he runs the clock. You control the pace of the game, and you win games. The Ravens team wasn't built to air it out and Lamar have 4 touchdowns a game. It's never been Lamar Jackson. It hasn't. He's a flashy player. He's going to get you first downs, move the chains. You got the best kicker of all time on your team. Get it past the 50 and it's 3 points every time.
So you're paying top dollar. You're paying highest quarterback in the league money.
I'm not saying highest quarterback in the league.
That's what he's going to want.
But he's going to be I'd say a top 5.
So you give top 5 money to a game manager quarterback is what you said.
Not a game manager.
You really just said that's what you want him to do.
But I'm saying that's all he needs to do to win.
So you would pay top 5 quarterback money for that?
I'm just saying, bro. You watched him. He's had 2 bad games. 2, maybe 3.
No, the last 3.
Who hasn't had a bad game?
What do you mean?
As a quarterback? Who has balled every week?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, 4th quarter against the Dolphins. 4th and goal. What did he do with the ball? He short-armed it.
He was hurt.
No.
His finger was hurt.
Yes. He pump-faked the ball because the moment was too big.
And he still had a good game that game.
He lost them the game. Yards. He lost them the game.
He threw a touchdown though, right?
He lost them the game.
But did he throw a touchdown? Yes,
it doesn't matter if he threw a touchdown, bro. Yes, he threw a touchdown.
Okay, Lamar can't even throw a touchdown?
He didn't need to. They won the game. Josh Allen can throw 4 touchdowns and lose.
And Lamar lost them 2 games.
All right, is Josh Allen not deserves? Really, bro? You said him after
what bad game did he have?
I don't know.
Which game?
Bro, I don't watch Eagles football like
I'm saying,
bro. So did he not have a game where he was shaky? Jalen Hurts.
No, and even if he did, he's won every single one of them, right?
Okay. Exactly.
So it's better than Lamar.
Yeah.
So he deserves.
Bro, he's winning football games.
He deserves more money.
All right, if that's what you want to pay him, pay him.
No,
bro, I'm just saying the Ravens they drafted this guy, franchise QB. Geno does not deserve top 5 money.
He's literally doing these same exact things as Lamar right now.
Bro, he's done that for 1 season. Lamar's done it for 4 seasons in a row.
No, Lamar has MVP seasons. This year,
I'm just saying, man. You can't. There's no way you're putting Geno Smith on the same plateau as Lamar Jackson.
The last few weeks, Geno's been playing better than Lamar.
Bro, those are a couple weeks.
Like,
Like,
talking about right now.
I'm just saying, in general, who would you rather have as your QB? Geno Smith or Lamar Jackson?
Right now.
Bro, just in general, who do you want? Who do you want for the next 3 seasons?
Whose career do I want, or who do I want?
Next three seasons. You want to sign a QB for the next 3 seasons?
Okay, obviously Lamar because of his age. And I'm not giving Geno Smith top dollar.
Exactly. You're not giving Geno.
Okay,
You'd rather give Lamar top dollar than Geno.
Geno is in year 10. Lamar is in year 4.
That's why you're not paying
But right
Geno.
now, next week, hey.
You want Geno Smith to lead.
I might rock out with Geno. He's playing better football than Lamar Jackson right now.
I'm just saying, bro. You're just not
Is
going
he
to find
not
a quarterback.
Better than Lamar
You're not going to find a quarterback just sitting there, just like the Tampa Bay Bucks. You're not going to find Lamar Jackson just, oh, let me go get Lamar Jackson 2 point. Like, bro, you're not going to just find a top 10 quarterback.
Okay, but I'm saying, do you pay him that top dollar? Because then, if you pay him that money and he's producing like this and he's losing you games like he has the last 2 weeks, and then last week when he wins, he doesn't score a touchdown. Are you paying that money? Is this cap?
Is this not the NFL, bro?
Your cap is going to be fucked
every year.
And then how are you going to build around him? You have no money. Can Lamar elevate a team? You think to win the Super Bowl? Yes, or
yes, possibly, bro. Did you? Who was the quarterback in Seattle before Russell Wilson? Wasn't it like they paid all that money?
Matt Flynn. From
the
Packers.
They paid Matt Flynn top dollar for what, 2 games? He got a pretty big contract, and maybe not top 5, but he certainly was getting paid way better than some of them.
Come on, bro. We all know Matt Flynn shouldn't have got that money, bro.
Okay, bro, but that's what the NFL is, man. You gotta bet on a QB, bro. If you don't have a QB, you have no shot in this league. Lamar has proven that he can win you games, has won MVPs, and you're just gonna be like, I don't want to pay you any type of money.
Bro, I think what distinguishes like the elite Super Bowl level quarterbacks from the good mid-level quarterbacks is, once you get that contract. Because once you get that contract and these teams can't pay these players to put around you like they can on your rookie year, that's why everyone wants to get a quarterback on their rookie deal. Get a good quarterback on his rookie deal that can play right now. Why? Because you're going to have hella bread to pay for players around him. Strengthen the O-line, get more weapons, pay as much money as you can to get that defense better. Now, once them quarterbacks, like we've seen Tom Brady do it. Patrick Mahomes has done it. He got paid. He's carrying the Chiefs.
And Tom Brady took pay cuts, though, too.
They still paid Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he never got top dollar.
Josh Allen now. You seeing what Josh Allen got paid? A lot of money. You see what he's doing with that team.
Gabe Davis, though.
Contract. Gabe Davis on his rookie contract. They didn't have to pay him. The only player they paying like a lot of money is Stephon Diggs, and then they got Von Miller on like a rental contract. You feel me?
Poyer might be getting paid, or Micah Hyde. Well,
regardless, if Lamar gets that contract and they pay him, even if it's not the Ravens, and I'm just saying this because I'm playing devil's advocate. I do think they should play Lamar, but it's just you gotta look at both sides. If they pay Lamar, no matter what team it is, the Ravens, any other team, you go to fucking Miami next year, Denver, anywhere, like the Niners, bro, can Lamar carry that team to a Super Bowl with, it's gonna be lesser talent because they can't afford those players. I think that's gonna distinguish the quarterback.
Would Lamar lead? Not even lead. You think Lamar could win a Super Bowl if he was on the 49ers right now as their quarterback?
Yes.
All right, Jimmy G's getting paid how much? He's got his contract's crazy. They could definitely fit Lamar.
Well, that's just because the 49ers, their front office is good. They draft good, so they always have a lot of good young talent.
Exactly. So if the 49ers, Jimmy G's gone.
Okay,
now you free up cap space to go sign Lamar.
Would I? No, I wouldn't, because I have Trey Lance.
Yeah, because you have Trey Lance. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, playing devil's advocate here, he could go win a Super Bowl and San Fran, and the cap would still be fine.
That's the whole reason the 49ers took Trey Lance, now, to prove my point. They don't want to pay Jimmy G this money, bro. They want to have
Jimmy G sucks.
And they want to get off his contract off their books. They want a young quarterback, has all the upside, all the potential, like Trey Lance, all the athletic traits, all the tools to win on his rookie contract.
If Trey Lance went out, had these Lamar-esque seasons, MVP, leading them to the playoffs, all that, sure, he hasn't won a Super Bowl. He hasn't really done much in the playoffs. But if he did that, they would be perfectly happy with Trey Lance and paying him a huge contract. If Trey Lance had an MVP-esque season.
Well, yeah, but then Trey Lance has to prove he can win with lesser talent.
Bro, that's how the game goes.
You want to take that chance as an organization? Because I feel like...
I think you have to. Because you can't win with a mid-quarterback.
I know, but you could try to find that young player in the draft again.
49ers tried to do it with Jimmy G. Chiefs outplayed him. Why? Because quarterback. Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. It's Tom Brady. That was against Pat Mahomes. That was just a good game. Pat Mahomes' O-line was just getting obliterated. But go look at it. Who was like the last mid-quarterback to win the Super Bowl? Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco wasn't mid that year. That was one of the best playoff runs ever.
Yeah, but he was known as a mid-quarterback.
No,
his whole career.
Nick Foles? No. Early on, Joe Flacco was nice. He was nice,
but he was not a top 5.
He went in the top. Didn't he go in the first round?
Yeah, but he's a quarterback. Quarterbacks going for. Look at Kenny Pickett.
Okay, that was just because it was super weak.
Like, look at Josh Rosen, bro. Baker Mayfield. They all go in the first round, bro. They're quarterbacks. I'm not using.
But I'm saying like that. No, you have to, because talented quarterbacks go in the first round.
Yeah, but quarterbacks are the most hit or miss position.
Well, yeah, just because they don't pan out doesn't mean they weren't talented.
I'm not saying that like he wasn't talented, but he was
Joe
known as like
was good.
A mid-level quarterback.
He was not mid.
That good quarterback, but wasn't great. Besides that 1 year, obviously he had a great season, and that playoff run was the most insane.
Joe Flacco was nice, bro.
All I'm saying,
I would say Nick Foles.
Yeah, Nick Foles is one. He was a backup. You're right, Nick Foles. And it took some scheming on that Philly special to beat Bill Belichick, and big plays from the defense, obviously, aka Brandon Graham. But you got like Nick Foles, so you won't even count Joe Flacco. So what, are you gonna say like Eli Manning? Nick Foles and Eli, like it happens once every 10, 15 years, and
Eli is pushing too. Eli was serviceable. He was alright.
Exactly.
He just got hot at the right times. Both years they won.
That's all that ever matters. So now that is done. Our week 8 picks, as I mentioned, Ravens, Bucks. I got the Ravens, man. I think we just talked enough about the Ravens for me.
Yeah, I think the Bucks could try to bounce back this week because it's in Tampa, primetime game. But right now I just think the Ravens team is better than the Bucks. Lamar Jackson, I think he'll bounce back. Hopefully he will score a touchdown running or throwing, which is also kind of concerning because he can literally do both at a very high level. Didn't do it at all last week, but we don't need to talk about that. But I got the Ravens.
Denver Broncos in Jacksonville against the Jags. This one, Brett Ripon, T-Law. If the Jags lose this, it's kind of like, they had some hope in the season. But if they lose this game, man, you might as well just send all hope out the door for Jacksonville this year and maybe trade away some pieces. I don't really know if they have any trade value and anybody because they're just so young. They're obviously already traded James Robinson. But I saw the Broncos lose, that Broncos might be looking to move Bradley Chubb as well. So it's a swing game for both teams. I got the Jags at home here against the Broncos.
Yeah, whatever the under is on this game, I definitely take it. Like, I don't know. If the under is like fucking 14 points, I'm taking it. Trevor Lawrence, he's been kind of struggling the past few weeks. The Jaguars' offenses look kind of slow. And we all know what the Broncos are at this point. One of the best defenses in the league. That'll make it tough on the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence, but they just can't score the ball on offense at all. I think it'll be a close game, but I trust Trevor Lawrence more than I do whoever the Broncos' backup quarterback is at home. Give me Jaguars.
Moving on, Carolina Panthers coming off a big win. They're on the road against the Falcons. Got the Falcons, man. We talked about Mariota. P.J. Walker did his thing. Serviceable QB to some extent. I just don't see him riding that on the road, in the Dome, in Atlanta. Falcons have played some good football. You said it, other than like last week getting blown out by the Bengals. I see the Falcons bouncing back here and kind of squashing that Panthers hype after Brian Burns was off the Hemi. You saw that?
I didn't.
This man, post-game, he was like, I think I'm going to have 3 glasses of Hennessy tonight.
Well, he deserved it after beating Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Yeah, kind of going along with everything you said. I mean, outside of that Bengals game last week, the Falcons have been competitive in every single game they played this season. The Panthers, on the other hand, have not been competitive in every single game they played this season. I just think the Falcons are a better team. They're more complete. The offense isn't the best, but they'll do enough, and the defense is playing good too. I'll take the Falcons at home over the Panthers.
Think Kyle Pitts does something this season?
Probably not, because they just run the fucking ball all the time. He's just blocking every play.
I mean, I agree with you. I just had to ask. Chicago Bears in Dallas at Jerry's World against the Cowboys with Dak Prescott back. Big win last week. Yeah, no.
Oh, you set that up like this is his first game back or some shit. I don't know.
Nah, like he's back. Like back to the Cowboys offense. You know, top offense, whatnot.
They didn't look like that last week, but
that was his first week back. IG doctor also said that he'd probably be dealing with it for another week, trying to grip that football. But after that, he should be back to 100%. I got the Cowboys, man. The Bears, they played a good game last night, Monday night, against the Pats.
They did.
I don't know how that happened. Had Mac Jones shaking in his boots, got benched in second for Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi led 2 drives, 2 tutties.
And then looked like a 6th-round pick after that.
Yeah, I mean, even that one touchdown where it was like Jacoby Myers or whoever caught it had to get up to score. He was so wide open. I mean, I think Nate could have thrown that ball to him, but and I know you saw Devontae Parker go up the ladder and grab it, but
that's the literally only thing he can do as a receiver in the NFL.
That's what he's made to do, bro. You're throwing that jump ball, bro. But got the Cowboys.
N'Keal Harry, like, I just figured it out in the NFL.
Fam, he should have been a Pro Bowl receiver that 1 year in Miami, but he got snubbed. This is a different topic.
The Bears did look really good last night. That offense showed some life. I think Justin Fields that was kind of his, statement, prove it game.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Against Bill Belichick in that defense where they've been playing pretty good the last few weeks. I think Justin Fields can make 1 or 2 big splash plays pretty much every game, and I think he'll make 1 or 2, nice plays against this Cowboys defense, but right now this Cowboys defense is playing like one of, if not the best in the league. I just saw they brought over, I think, Jonathan Higgins on the defensive line from the Raiders too to beef up the already really, really good defensive line. Overall, I just think this Cowboys defense, they'll force some turnovers on Justin Fields, get a bunch of stops, give Dak Prescott and that Cowboys offense the ball in plus territory. The Cowboys defense is just looking really good right now. One of, if not the best defense, and I think it'll just be too much for the Bears to handle at home.
Next game up, Dolphins on the road in Detroit against the Lions, man. You already know I got the Dolphins. That Sunday night game, man. That team energy, you could just feel it, man. Tua back. There was some hope and some life on that team, even when he's just in the huddle. They play different, man. They play football, bro. They come ready. It's not the same story when you got like Skylar Thompson in the game. Teddy, he might win you a game, but clearly didn't go that route. He got hurt the Jets game. But this team with Tua, man, they're just looking 4-0 with Tua at QB, bro. That's all I'm saying. Make it 5-0 against the Lions. I got the Fins. Tyreek Hill possibly has a chance to break Calvin Johnson's receiving record after this week. It's looking a little less hopeful, but I mean, he's a cheetah, bro. He could go off for another 190 if he wants to.
I like your little spiel about Tua and the Dolphins. Go ahead.
Yeah. How about Noah Island, Noah Igbo? I mean, dude was getting cooked all game. Big moment in the game. Came out with a big pick. Prayers up to Brandon Jones, probably out for the season. He's on IR. Byron Jones probably still not coming back. Javon Holland, dog. And X still lockdown corner, man. They didn't even want to throw at him.
Yeah, I'm just curious if me and you were watching that same team in the second half, talking about all that hope and that fire, and that team is playing with a lot of.
What I mean, they could have put up a field goal. They didn't get the fourth down. Honestly, Mike McDaniel is some pretty bad play calling.
That Steelers defense looked like they figured him out. And Tua had like 3 easy drop picks.
Yeah, ain't catching number.
No, but I'm just saying, Tua has to play better. Now, it could be due to him being rusty, missed the last few weeks. And he hella underthrew Tyreek on the sideline. And I think it was Akil Witherspoon just didn't catch it. That was bad. But, like you said, you got to give credit to the Dolphins. Steelers didn't capitalize on opportunities. But I think this will be a bounce-back game for the Dolphins. Lions, one of the bottom teams in the league. Dan Campbell, I mean, they're playing with heart, but to what extent? I just think the Dolphins are the better team than the Lions right now. Hopefully we see Tua get back on track, get those playmakers on the outside involved more. The Lions have a really, really bad run defense too, so probably see a lot of Raheem Mostert this game, and I think the Miami Dolphins handle business up there in Detroit.
Bro, you said something that has always been on my head as a Dolphins fan, bro. Why is Dan Campbell an NFL coach? Bro, yeah, sure, you might hype your team up, give them a jolt of energy. Bro, but this is an NFL, man. You're not here as a motivator. As someone that watched Dan Campbell as an interim head coach, that means just a crackhead on the field.
I mean, I don't know if you can really give this one a fair shot with the Lions. That team is bad. They're really bad. They need a quarterback. Give this team a quarterback.
Jared Goff was looking like him the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
And they've come back down to earth. And they only won 1 game. Even though Jared Goff has looked good.
That's the Lions football at the end of the day, bro. And Dan Campbell's done nothing to change it, so.
Get some more weapons on the outside. Get a better quarterback.
Swift has been out. St. Brown's been banged up.
They need help on defense, too.
They do.
Aiden Hutchinson, he's been kind of quiet. He's made a few plays here and there, but you
want
to see him
need
step
help
up as a number
defense,
two player. Yeah, the defense has been not good. Get some playmakers on the defense. Draft the quarterback. Bryce Young, number 1 overall. We'll see. The Lions, they're heading in the right direction. It's just not their time right now.
No doubt. Next game up, Arizona on the road in Minnesota against the Vikings. Picked the Cards last week, man. Pulled it off. Kind of been riding them, man. They're like my team over there on the West Coast.
Kind of fuck with them. Team on the West Coast.
Man, I'm just saying.
You got a team in the South, the team in the North, now you got a team in the West. So
it's not my team, though,
bro. Team, bro.
They're not. The Dolphins are on the East Coast.
Well, they're in the. Okay, so then who's your South team?
Bro, I mean, I'm fucking with Tannehill. I don't know.
Oh, the Titans? Oh, okay.
Bro,
so
come on.
4 teams. None of them are good.
Okay, I got 2 teams, bro. I'm just saying, bro, they're my team that I like watching mainly because I like Hollywood Brown.
If you have a Cardinals agenda, it's okay, bro. Just admit it.
Benjamin, I'm fucking with him, bro. They need to get him some more touches.
What the fuck?
Bro, he was balling out last week. But, all right, go ahead. I'm just saying.
Now you're an Benjamin fan?
I can't like a couple of players, bro. Fam, Benjamin, did he not have a good game?
Yes, he did, bro. He did.
Okay, bro. I'm just saying, I'll be fucking with players I pick up off the waiver wire, bro. I'll make them watch, bro. Benjamin, bro. Come on. He's got some upside. Let's see.
Benjamin, for sure.
I'm just saying, bro.
James Conner coming back this week?
I hope not.
Since you're tapped in with the Cardinals.
I hope not, bro. Come on, dude. Now you're just hating, bro. For someone that likes the Eagles and likes the Dodgers, bro, your teams make no sense anyways. So,
bro, I literally just picked them like based on who I liked.
Okay, bro. Like I just can't like fuck with a couple players.
Like that was when I was legit, and I've stuck with him the entire time. You're a grown ass man trying to pick favorite teams.
I'm not even it's my favorite team. Like, bro, I just enjoy watching them. Like,
you got it.
They're always on the 4 o'clock window. There's no games in the 4 o'clock window.
I understand. You like the Cardinals.
You're just a hater, bro.
I'm not hating. You like the Cardinals. That's cool.
But nonetheless, bro, I got the Vikings. I just don't think the Cardinals pull it off, man. Go Skull. Tyler's a hater.
I'm not a hater. Although you might want to say I'm a Vikings hater after this pick because I don't know. They're 5-1. Only loss coming to the Eagles, who you can argue are the best team in football, if not definitely top 3. But their wins have looked kind of, like just like they're barely squeaking out, like kind of shaky. Against that Dolphins game, you kind of saw if Tua's there, is that a different game? I mean, the Vikings have just been, for a 5-1 team, they've been very quiet. And I think the Cardinals, they're kind of a scrappy team. You saw them pull off the win last week. They got D-Hop back. That's a real huge accusation. I think he had 100 yards last week when his first game back or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, he did. I think he had a touchdown too.
Yeah, I think he had 10 catches. He had a good game, his first game back. Robbie Anderson, I know it's not really like a big deal, but I mean, he's a deep threat receiver. He's going to be going into that Marquise Brown role to what he would have been doing when D-Hop came back. He'll be able to stretch the field. He'll have more time to get acclimated with that playbook. And I think, James Conner might be coming back. But if not, Benjamin's the guy, according to Alexi. So, I think the Cardinals can put up a good fight. And we saw their defense against the Saints. They played scrappy. Isaiah Simmons back making plays. J.J. Watt has looked pretty good this season. He's, still playing at a good level. I just think the Vikings, they could sleep on the Cardinals, and we could see the Cardinals pull off an upset on the road.
Moving on, man. Raiders in New Orleans against the Saints. Talked about the Saints looking good for a little on Thursday night, and then Andy Dalton. Jameis Winston's healthy, man, and Andy Dalton's playing like Jameis Winston. I'd rather have Jameis Winston out there. But if it's Andy Dalton going to be the guy again, I'm not even sure. If Jameis is the guy, maybe Jameis. I just want to see the Raiders get back on track. Josh Jacobs. That man went off again last week. RIP to my fantasy team. 40 on my head. Josh Jacobs, was one of the better runners his first couple years in the league. Kind of seen that Josh Jacobs come back around again. Got the Raiders. Expect them. Cardinals' defense is really kind of iffy. Nothing too special about them. Max Crosby probably made a couple big plays as well on on Andy Dalton.
Definitely a fan of those Cardinals. But yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying. But I also think this Raiders team got off to a really, really slow start. Is it because, they just brought in Devontae Adams. They wanted, Hunter Renfrow was a good receiver and option in the slot. Darren Waller is one of the, best tight ends in the league, super athletic when healthy. So we kind of saw them going to the air. They want to throw. They were kind of searching for their identity, but Josh Jacobs has been having a really, really good season. I think he's the highest graded running back on PFF right now. He's been one of the best running backs in the league so far. And now I think you kind of see the Raiders leaning on that more and throwing when they have to, but, running the ball more. Keeping that defense on the sideline, letting them rest, let Max Crosby rush off the edge, with full energy. He's not gassed on the field the whole time. The Raiders look like they're going in the right direction. Kind of like what you touched on with the Saints. Just a lot of question marks. When's Mike Thomas coming back? Jarvis Landry played great first game. I literally haven't heard anything from him since.
He's been out too.
Chris Olave was banged up. He was back last game, but it's just a lot of question marks over there down there in New Orleans. They just got to get healthy, get back on track. But I think the Raiders are playing good football. They're running the ball, with the best of them, and I think they get it done down in New Orleans.
No doubt. Next game up, New England Patriots on the road against the Jets. And if you told me week 1 I was picking the Jets over the Patriots, I would have told you you're drunk, but
Told you,
I ain't
man.
picking the Jets. The Patriots melt down to the Chicago Bears. Find that hard to believe. The Bill Belichick coach team, the Bears offense probably had the best day they've ever had.
Yeah, definitely. They put up, what, they had like 33, 36 points last night. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy for a team that couldn't even
never
find an end zone.
They ain't come nowhere near that shit all this season.
And Justin Fields, I wanted to say he threw for 179 yards.
But he ran them. He was running all over the Patriots, bro.
Yeah.
He was looking really good as a runner.
That's, bro, honestly, I'm surprised that's the one thing they didn't shut down. Like, just contain Justin Fields and stop David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert. Like,
it looked like they were trying to contain Justin Fields, but he made some crazy plays where he's just cutting
like he was at OSU.
Like, yeah, he's a dangerous runner.
No doubt. But, I mean, I got the Jets, man. They're riding that let's run the football. They obviously lost Breece Hall for the season.
Yeah, that's a big loss. He was on his way to Rookie of the Year.
You go out, you still got Michael Carter, add James Robinson, who was a #1 back last year or the year before that. You really just add, more depth to this team that is clearly a run-first offense right now. It's not let Zach Wilson throw the football.
It's not. He's not looked good at all, unfortunately.
But
Zach Wilson hype is dying down.
Yeah, hopefully he gets it back on track because I'm hoping to pick up Garrett Wilson after that Mike Evans injury. My team's kind of fucked. So I need a receiver. So Garrett Wilson, Zach Wilson, get on the same page, man. Trade Elijah Moore. Just feed Garrett Wilson. But I got the Jets.
Yeah, I'm also riding with the Jets, and this is solely because of, the fits we saw that Chicago Bears defense give the Patriots quarterbacks. Now, neither one of them looked really good. I mean, if you want to say Bailey Zappi looked good for 2 drives, and you got it. He had his 2 drives. But other than that, they just really couldn't get anything going on offense. And this Jets team has been playing super, super good defense. Sauce Gardner back there on the back end. Both of their corners have been playing really good. Quentin Williams, he's looking like he's taking that lead. Their D-line is playing good. Some question marks at the linebacker, but overall, their defense has been playing really good. And I think this Jets defense could continue to give the Patriots fits. Now, it's a Bill Belichick coach team, kind of like you said. I don't think they'll be as bad as they were.
Not at all.
On Monday. I definitely think they'll make the right steps. They'll make the adjustments. I think it'll be a good game. But ultimately, right now, I just think the Jets are a better team. I think that Breece Hall injury is huge. He was like the heartbeat of their offense. Once he took over that starting role, he was looking damn near unstoppable. So it'll be interesting to see how they get Michael Carter and James Robinson involved. But I just think the Jets, like you said, they're like on a 4-game win streak right now. They got a lot of momentum. They're playing good football. I think it'll be a good game, but I'm gonna take the Jets at home.
We're gonna talk about that other team in New York, but I mean it's crazy coming into 2022 season. You say these 2 teams in New York are above 500, but
fuck above 500. They only have 3 losses combined
yeah.
to both of them.
Moving on, man. That's crazy. But next game up, Steelers against the Eagles. What is it? 8-0 for the Eagles after this. You saw what Kenny Pickett did, dog. Unless 7-0. They had their bye.
Yeah, we had to buy last week.
Oh yeah, you're right. They didn't play. That's why. 7-0. Coming off the bye, fresh legs. They might come out a little sluggish. Steelers might punch them in the throat a couple times, but I expect the Eagles to respond if Jalen Hurts really thinks, or if he really is that guy, he's gonna find a way to respond, even with this shaky Steelers defense that sometimes is good, sometimes is below average. Maybe expect them to try to get that ground game going, but ultimately you got the Philly Eagles, man, and 7-0.
Yeah, I'm riding with the Eagles as well. I might just fuck around and pick the Eagles every single week this year, bro. And then, if I'm wrong one week, fuck it. But if I'm right, we're undefeated. But as of now,
you called it.
Yeah. I mean, just say fuck it. I mean, at this point, fuck my picks, bro. If the Eagles go undefeated, I'll take it, dog. But I'm gonna disagree with you on your take. What you said, the Eagles might come out a little slow. I think the Eagles will come out great. We've been great in the first half, the first quarter, the second quarter especially. We've been killing teams in the second quarter. It's, the end of the game, that third quarter where we kind of see, really the third quarter coming out at halftime where we've seen, the Eagles be, the most vulnerable. And really come out of this bye week, I just want to see how we look after halftime. Because in that Cowboys game, when Cooper Rush got it going, it was in the third quarter. That Lions game, when they put up all those points week one, it was, after halftime. That Vikings game, although, we held the Vikings to, I don't think they scored, or to not that many points, the offense kind of, it kind of slowed down, and we scored no points in the second half. Just like that Cardinals game. It's pretty much every game we've played, that third quarter has been like, oh shit, like, are we really going to lose this? And then it's been Jalen Hurts in the run game at the end of the game and in that fourth quarter being able to control the clock like we did against the Vikings, where we just kept them off the field, like we did with the Cowboys 2 weeks ago on prime time, where we just ran the ball down the field to kind of, ice the game, and then especially against the Cardinals where we get down for that game-winning field goal. So I think the Eagles start off amazing, especially coming off the bye week. We get a lot of key guys, hopefully getting back healthy. Vontae Maddox, he had a little ankle injury. Hopefully he gets that week to rest. Lane Johnson, we see how important he is, especially on that offensive line against the Cowboys, to where when Lane Johnson was playing, Michael Parsons had 0 pressures. He goes out, all of his pressures, he just destroys and takes over the game is when Lane Johnson is out. So we see how important he is. A couple injuries, but, the bye week really helps. I think we start off hot. Steelers, not too really worried about their offense, so I don't think they get anything going, but I just want to see how this team adjusts in the second half, and I want to really see us, put our foot on their throats and finish games out instead of, coming down to the wire and we have to rely on our run game to, save us, so to speak. I want to see A.J. Brown get a lot more involved, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Like, you could arguably say with those 3 positions, we have the best in the league. So I want to see Jalen Hurts step back, throw the ball more, make those reads, because there's been rumors saying that the Eagles are looking to pay Jalen Hurts sooner than later this year. So he could be getting paid, like, literally, like, any day now, because they don't want to wait for, Jalen Hurts to have, that great season. They got to break the bank on him. Plus,
give him that Jimmy G contract instead of that Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, plus, either way, they believe in him. And right now, the Super Bowl window is open for the Eagles. So you got to be able to finish games. And I think against the Steelers team, we come out firing on all cylinders. But against a team like the Steelers, we should be able to put them away in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter. And I want to see the offense continue to score throughout the game.
You mentioned, like, all their games going that certain way. Third quarter slow. The only difference is, man, that bye week. I just sometimes feel like it affects teams, and maybe they're not as prepared. They're more rested. I think the opposite happens this week of what usually happens for the Eagles, just because they might come out a little slow, but they're gonna be well rested for that second half and maybe come out with something. But who knows? The same could happen where they're hot and then they cool down. So
yeah, I'm not worried about, because we usually have a really Shane Steichen getting the offense going. We usually have a good game plan to go into the game.
Yeah, that's usually that game plan is the first. Yeah,
well, that's usually when Jalen Hurts does all his damage in the air. But then once that defense makes those adjustments at halftime, we kind of like, oh shit. They made an adjustment. Let's just go back to what we do best. Just run the ball. I'm not mad at it, but
I'm a fan of that Miles Sanders show.
Yeah, me too. But down in the red zone is the Jalen Hurts show. But playing once you get into the playoffs and we playing against those teams like the Cowboys with Dak back. If we make it to the Super Bowl, so to speak. I'm not gonna say we are, but teams like, and I'm glad we're not in the fucking AFC, because like the Bills, like the Chiefs, where they gonna score points the entire game, to where we've only shown we can score points in the first half. I want to see the Eagles take the next step, because they have the players, they have the O-line, and it looks like we have the quarterback, to be able to score no matter what, any way we want the entire game. So I just want to see that consistency. But I'm nitpicking. Other than that, go Birds, man. Eagles 7-0.
Next game, Tennessee Titans on the road in Houston against the Texans. Man, the Texans gotta give me a win one of these weeks. I'm picking on them.
I don't hate it.
I'm on a Dameon Pierce. Just give him 30 carries, man. Run his knees into the ground.
Fuck.
I don't know, bro. That's the only way I see them really winning. Titans, I mean, kind of know what you're getting. They've looked a little bit better, maybe having a chance at that division that's really up for grabs. I think they're winning it, right? Or
I think they are right now.
yeah, exactly.
They had a bye week last week, didn't they?
I think they did, yeah. Nah, because I don't remember them playing.
Yeah. I never remembered the Titans playing, bro.
I mean, bro, even when they're like good,
Even when
they're
they
just
do
forgettable.
play, they're just like,
You know what it is. It's going to be Tannehill 200 yards, a touchdown, maybe a pick. Derrick Henry just touching the ball 20 plus times. Like, that's their game plan. But I got the Texans, man. I think it's going to be Derrick Henry versus Dameon Pierce show. Hopefully, I mean, that's probably the only hype thing you can really think about for this game.
Yeah.
Like, 2 running backs going off. But I'm rocking with the Texans, man.
I mean, I don't hate the Texans pick right there. I think this could go either way. The Texans are at home, so I get it. But I mean, right now the Titans, they're just a better team. Texans are one of the worst teams in the league. The Titans looking like they could be division winners. Now, we know they've been division winners the last few years in that division, and it really hasn't meant anything. But I think right now, kind of like you mentioned, Tannehill, does enough to keep that team above water. Derrick Henry runs the ball. They just need weapons on the outside, man. Traylon Brady, she's been on IR. Phillips, the rookie slot receiver, he's been hit or miss. Robert Woods coming off a big ACL injury. Austin Hooper, favorite tight end in the league. He's not really offering anything.
He's just never offered anything since Atlanta, but
yeah, they just need some weapons out there other than the running back room. And once they get into the playoffs, they win the division, they face the good teams. I don't think they'll be able to keep up. But against the Titans, who right now have the second number overall pick in the draft, I think the Texans do enough. They play a good enough defense to get it done. Question for you:
you just had it backwards. You said the Titans have the number 2 pick.
Oh, the Texans. The Texans.
You just switched the teams.
Yeah, I'm in the Texans.
Go ahead. What's your question?
But if you're the Texans and you're sitting in the top 2 or 3, do you take a quarterback?
Why not?
Over Davis Mills?
What does Davis Mills really prove to you? What, he was like a 3rd round pick, right?
I think so.
I mean, come on. You pick a 3rd round pick maybe to be serviceable, kind of hoping for some upside.
Best rookie year out of all the quarterbacks last year.
What has he done this year? You saying it's a sophomore slump?
I mean,
bro, if you got a chance to get Bryce Young,
do you believe in
Dameon Pierce, you don't really have any weapons.
Do you believe in,
I mean, last time they drafted a quarterback 1st overall, it clearly worked. Or second overall, what was it? Second overall?
Deshaun Watson?
They were like 3rd or 4th.
No,
yeah.
Deshaun was down the board, I think.
He was like 3rd or 4th.
No, I think
he was 3rd or 4th.
He went. I think he was like 6 or 7. Cause Daniel Jones went number 2, I think. Cause that wasn't Miles Garrett? Yeah. Then Daniel Jones. I think Mitch and Daniel Jones went over him.
Mitch did.
I think Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones? No.
I think so. And then it was Watson and Mahomes. I could be wrong though. I know Mitch went number 2. Mitch was the first quarterback. I think Daniel Jones went over him too, bro.
Let me take a look, bro. There's no way,
bro. I think so, cause then the Texans took. I know the Chiefs traded up to get Mahomes. I think that was after Watson went off the board, but I could be tripping.
Watson did slide to 12.
Yeah, he was later, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Daniel Jones, bro. I was like, there's no way. The Giants drafted Evan Ingram in this draft.
They didn't take Daniel Jones in this draft?
Nah.
Oh, that was the next year. That was 17. This was 17, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones in 2018.
Yeah.
I got him and Mitch Trubisky confused.
Man, what happened to Solomon Thomas, dog?
He was mid, bro. Like, he's still on the 49ers?
There's no way John Ross went number.
Damn, you're in the fastest time in NFL combat history, bro. Speed kills.
Man, Washington got some good value out of Jonathan Allen.
So Mahomes went over Watson?
Yeah.
Because Mahomes
Mahomes
went
went
10,
10.
right?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought Watson
Mahomes
was
10. All right, so Trubisky went 2. Obviously,
Yeah.
Myles Garrett 1.
That's 17, so Daniel Jones went 18 in the first
Yeah.
quarterback.
You got Jamal Adams, Corey Davis in it, Fournette, Mike Will, CMC, John Ross. I think they traded Oakland. I think that's what happened. I think John Ross was selected 24th. No. Garen Conley. I don't know, bro. Maybe.
Garen Conley.
Yeah, whoever the hell that is.
Back when Ohio State was DBU.
Jabril Pepper. Bro, this John Dorsey draft by the Browns, bro, really pissing me off.
Jabril Peppers was nice, bro. Y'all traded him for Odell for what?
Yeah, what has Peppers done?
Peppers has been decent in New York.
Not really, bro. He hasn't done too much.
I don't even think
he probably got more heart than John Johnson right now, but that's another story. Next game up, Commanders on the road in Indy against the Colts. And I told you Taylor Heineke is that guy, man. Scary Terry, they're cooking. Michael Pittman sliding my bench with no Matt Ryan to force feed him. Is JT back? He is back, but I still give me the Commanders, bro. You saw what they did last week. Handled Green Bay nicely. Give me Taylor Heineke 2-0 this year.
They handled Green Bay nicely.
I mean, bro, they did their business. It wasn't a blowout, bro.
I wouldn't say they handled them nicely, but they got a nice win. I won't take nothing away from the Commanders. No.
Scary Terry, like you said, cooking Jair. Jair not supposed to be a top 5 corner.
Listen, that's what good offense wins, man. Better offense beats better defense.
Obviously, DB's playing hard, bro. But I'm just saying, it's a top 5 DB against a wide receiver who was non-existent in the first 6 weeks.
Okay, that one matchup doesn't mean they handled them nicely, though.
I'm just saying, they did their business.
They did. I'll give the Commanders credit.
You're right. I'm not, bro. Maybe not handled nicely, but go ahead.
They pulled off the win against a Green Bay team. So at this point, is that even a nice win? Are the Packers a good team? I don't know. But yeah, the Colts, they're just a mess right now. Who fucking knows? Sam Ellinger gonna play. Who did Texas beat that one year in the I think it was Georgia, bro. I think in 2018 they beat Georgia in a bowl game, and then Sam Ellinger was like, "We're back." And then the next year was so bad.
Bro, Texas, it has not been good for Texas football.
No, it hasn't at all.
This year, bro, they had a chance against Bama, obviously, to make a splash.
Although,
both their quarterbacks got hurt.
Yeah, 2019 Sugar Bowl, Sam Ellinger and the Texans beat Georgia, bro. But I will say, their quarterback is looking nice right now. I forgot his name.
Yeah, they are, bro. And they could have beat Bama if he never got hurt.
Yeah.
And then the backup came in, he was snapping, and he got hurt too, and he was playing through it. While we're at it, bro, I saw the Pick a Side podcast.
Quinn Ewers, yeah. And he was also, I think, the highest quarterback since Vince Young, which is funny because they both went to Texas, and then I got Archie Manning, who's the next
Yeah, bro, you know Arch. But the Pick a Side podcast, man, there was a lot of debate about Nick Chubb. Just want to say there's a lot of slander. There's one of the Jets defending him, bro. I just gotta say, man, Nick Chubb is the best running back in the NFL. It just popped in my head, bro. No debate needed.
Wait, who? What slander was there? Who?
Man, they were like, I'll take CMC over Chubb. They said Saquon, which I'll debate.
Okay,
I'll debate maybe Saquon. Yeah, 1, 2. But really, other than that, bro, you're gonna say it was some crazy. They were throwing some crazy. If I see it again, bro, it was pretty. I'm like, bro, there's no way you think Nick Chubb is.
No, Nick Chubb is. He's playing top running back football right now.
You could say Saquon because he's a better pass catcher, bro. But I give the ball to Nick Chubb. He's 400 yards after contact. Come on.
You taking Austin Eckler or Nick Chubb?
Nick Chubb.
Damian Pierce or Nick Chubb?
Nick Chubb. Bro, you're just gonna give me dud? Bro.
No. Austin Eckler's a dud?
I'm just saying,
he's like a fucking receiver. He led the Chargers in receptions last week.
He did.
And he's a good runner.
I'm just saying,
Josh Jacobs or Nick Chubb?
Nick Chubb. Josh Jacobs is playing well, though.
Right.
Bro, if
highest rated running back on PFF.
Yeah, bro. How many yards after contact does he have?
Bro, Nick Chubb has like 400 or some shit like that.
Yeah. He has more fucking yards after contact than some running backs do have rushing. Bro, I'm trying to think who they really said, and I was like, dog. It was some wild.
Some crazy shit.
Bro, they're saying CMC right now, and I'm like, come on. Like, bro, you know the one dumb Jill.
I don't know.
Always got them throw takes, bro.
CMC has had, well, before he got traded, the most 100-yard scrimmage games in a row, 5.
I'm just saying.
Nick Chubb hasn't had that.
Little skinny, light-skinned shit that looked like you, bro. He was like, Nick Chubb. See, I don't know any of the names. Bro, Nick Chubb has been consistently one of the top backs in the league every year. He's consistent, always 1,000 yards, always going to go out there and do work, and you're not really going to hear about him because he's not a flashy player, bro. Like,
you hear about Nick Chubb. He's just so good, bro. Like, you hear about him.
But, I mean, he never had... You look at him, you don't hear any hype. Like, you'll hear about... Bro, but they're not like, oh yeah, Saquon.
He's just not a flashy player.
Exactly, bro. So that's why he doesn't get the credit sometimes from, I don't want to call them casuals, but whatever they are, man. I'm just saying, bro. Nick Chubb slander gotta stop, bro.
I mean, I personally have not been seeing Nick Chubb slander, so if you see that stuff other than me, then
maybe not slant, bro, but they're definitely. Just playing on his name. Like, I don't even know how to word it correctly. It's just not giving him the credit, bro.
Alright. I think I was in the middle of my pick, but yeah, fuck it, bro. Give me the Commanders. The Colts are fucking dumpster fire right now. Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, we started talking about Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, he's... It doesn't matter, bro. Give me the Commanders. Fuck both of these teams, dog.
No doubt. No doubt. Niners, Rams. I mean, you might as well say fuck the Rams at this point.
Bro, since week 1, bro, I've been saying it, bro. The Rams are fucking frauds, bro. Like,
give me the Niners.
Now,
man.
what they did, I can't hate, bro. They got a Super Bowl ring out of, the way they built their team. They gonna pay hella bread, to the big top name players. They brought over Von Miller. They had Cooper Kupp. They paid Jalen Ramsey. They had no fucking draft picks for a very long time. But they got a Super Bowl ring. Can't hate. They won their Super Bowl, but I mean now Stafford, I just fucking completely forgot his name. Matt Stafford, that line, they're not clicking. 49ers coming off an embarrassing loss at home to the Chiefs last week. Fucking Patrick Mahomes just set a shit ton of records that game. I think that defense comes back stronger. They want to make a statement against the division rival who Shanahan has owned McVay. I think they haven't lost to them in the regular season or some shit like that. Maybe lost one game. But right now, 49ers are a better team. Get CMC more involved. He gets another week, get more comfortable in the offense. Jimmy G, just don't turn the ball over. Put the ball in the playmaker's hands. That defense makes stops. Rams aren't good. Give me the 49ers.
Yeah, ever since Aaron Donald, he was asked in a press conference, are you worried about Deebo Samuel? And he said, who? I think the Niners are undefeated since then in the regular season. But I got the Niners too. Moving on, next game. I mean, you covered it. Giants, Seahawks in Seattle. This was a tough one for me. I was going back and forth.
This
man.
is like...
This might be game of the week.
Right?
Giants, Seahawks might be game of the week, man.
Week 1, you tell us Giants, Seahawks is game of the week. Right?
I would have told you it's a garbage fest.
I'm saying...
Dumpster fire, man. I got the Giants, man. Geno's look good, but DK, I think he's going to be out. Losing a weapon.
Doesn't matter. You saw Marquise Goodwin last week.
Yeah, Marquise Goodwin, man.
That Olympic track speed.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. He used to be on the 49ers doing that. But...
Bro, the Eagles had him that in 2020, the COVID year, but he chose to sit out because he didn't want to play during COVID. Well, I think so, but he just chose to sit out and he didn't play for the Eagles.
I really remember players. I remember, bro, the Browns signed some D tackle who was supposed to be 1 year sat out, bro. But I don't know. I think he has some health issues with that. I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm not saying he did the wrong thing.
No. I know. I'm just trying to think.
You're gonna be
He could have been. He could have been nice in Philly, huh?
With him regardless, no. It was what? Carson Wentz's last year, Jalen Hurts' first year. We weren't good.
Yeah, Giants, Seahawks, man. Tough one, man. Give me Danny Dimes right now. Rocking with the Giants.
I think this will be a close game. I think it just comes down to the Seahawks, and kind of made a joke last week where we said the 12th man would be their best player.
Last week, bro. It's like preseason we made that joke. Bro.
Well, no, we touched on it last week,
yeah.
And then we said now it's like they have 13 players on the field. So, at home, Geno Smith is playing better football than Daniel Jones. I'll take it. In the Seahawks defense, Tyreek Woolen on the outside, if it's not Sauce, it's him as the best defensive rookie right now. I know you got Devin Lloyd down there in Jacksonville, but Jags not winning shit, so it's going to be one of them two that win it. I just think these two teams are very, very similar the way they're playing right now. Saquon Barkley is the entire offense for the Giants, but Kenneth Walker, man, the last few weeks, ever since Rashad Penny has gone down, he's the clear-cut rookie of the year for me right now, especially with Breece Hall going down. It was starting to look like he was even overtaking Breece Hall when he was healthy. It's like every game I look up, he has like a fucking 40-plus yard rushing touchdown and is breaking like 5 tackles on the play. Like, what the fuck? He like has the beast mode run every fucking play. So I think the run game, along with Geno Smith being a better passer than Daniel Jones right now, along with that defense making plays at home, I just think the Seahawks they're hot right now, man. And I'm not taking nothing away from the Giants because I could easily see the Giants winning this game. But I think the Giants have been down. I think I saw a stat. They said they've been down in every single game they played this year. Going down on the road against the Seahawks, who are playing good football right now in that stadium, is not going to be the easiest task to overcome. So if the Seahawks get up and they just run the ball all on the Giants and kind of force Danny Dimes to beat them, I think that'll be the recipe for success for the Seahawks. And I just think it comes down to, the Seahawks' home field advantage. If it's in New York, I might be picking the Giants. But right now, give me the Seahawks, man. Geno's got them playing good football. Pete Carroll's looking like a fucking genius trading away Russell Wilson.
Yeah, it's a coin flip for me, too. Either way it goes, it doesn't even matter. Sunday Night Football, man. Green Bay Packers in one of the most hostile environments in the NFL in Buffalo against the Bills. Plain cut got the Bills, bro. One of the best teams in the league. Pack really haven't looked good. Disappointing.
Very. The
Pack win this, man. That's a huge win for them. Maybe turn the season around, but
it'll save their season because right now it's dead in the water.
Yeah, because that's just a tough game after a tough loss. And you come around play the Bills Sunday night. When you got Bills Mafia, just give me Buffalo.
Yeah, going along with everything you just said, for the Packers, when it rains, it fucking pours, bro. Like, it just has not been a good season at all. And you kind of touched, you can't put it all on Aaron Rodgers, but, at some point, Rodgers, even though these guys, you kind of touched on Dobbs making a drop pass, we all know the infamous first pass drop by Christian Watson week 1. But, guys are open. Rodgers has just got to trust them. And right now, I just think there's too much going on in this Packers team. They until they get on the same page offensively and even defensively, because I know a few weeks ago Aaron Rodgers came out saying he didn't like some comments Jair had to say about the team. So there's just a lot of stuff going on right there over there in Green Bay. And the Bills, come on, bro, best team in football, off a bye week, that, like you said, that environment will be crazy. Bills Mafia, they always go insane. You saw what Scary Terry did to Jair. Imagine what Diggs will do to him. I do see a possibility where, Rodgers has a statement game. He comes back, plays super, super good football. That defense, to where I thought it was, elite or top tier, they're kind of playing middle of the pack, but they still got talent. Rashawn Gary's playing really good. Jair's still Jair, even though he had a down game. They got some talent in the back end. So I can see a way the Packers win this game, but I'm not taking it. I want the Bills. Give me the Bills. They're the better team right now.
Some big facts, man. And then Monday Night Football divisional matchup. Cincinnati Bengals at First Energy Stadium against the Cleveland Browns, man. Been picking against the Browns past couple weeks. Really down on them. But 2-5 right now. Called the loss last week. You picked the Browns, bro. But I'm telling you, this is the week you want to pick the Browns. Against the Cincinnati Bengals, you want to pick the Browns. Joe Burrow. Hopefully Denzel Ward's playing because there's been a lot of talk between Denzel Ward, Jamar Chase going ahead and talking on his, what was it?
I think they were on the I Am Athlete.
Yeah, I Am Athlete.
They were both talking.
It was Jamar Chase and it was
T. Higgins. They had an episode, and then they did another one with Denzel Ward like afterwards, and he was
I didn't see the Ward in one.
Yeah.
I might have to watch that, bro. But yeah, them boys were talking crazy. Said, oh, when we see him in smoke. Now,
they weren't really, bro. They weren't talking crazy. They gave him like the props. They said that was the best corner they went up against.
No, but they said they were like, oh,
when we see him, it's on site. And like Denzel Ward agreed. He's like, yeah. He's like, you know what time it is when we line up. Like, you know,
it's
on
just
site.
Lock up, bro. Another 101-yard pick on Joey B this week? Probably not, but I mean, hopefully D Ward out there, man. Hopefully that defense just gets that back end communication. And that team starts playing with a little heart, bro. Cleveland Browns football, bro. The reason they were winning games, they had heart. Right now, they just look like a dead team. All right, dude. Deshaun Watson comes back. I'm sure that'll liven them up. Right now, just kind of in that limbo, man. Like, do they really want to win? Like, bro, they got to go out there with some fight. Someone has to step up and become a leader, like a true leader, just to get this group together. Because if they can get them together and they can get these guys playing as a unit and actually communicate on defense and believe in each other, this team could have 6 wins right now, bro. But they have 2, so. But I think this is a game where they get 3, maybe turn their season, get back to 500 when Watson comes back and then lead us into the playoffs. We'll see. But if they lose this one, just go ahead and find someone else other than Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback.
To me, this is like a make it or break it game for the Browns. If they lose this game to the Bengals, you kind of like just do you pack it up and just wait for next season to where you get Deshaun Watson healthy the full season because you're just already too far behind. But I mean, you kind of touched on it, bro. The Browns, like, they just can't finish games. Like, they're getting cold at the right time, and the Bengals are arguably the hottest team in football right now outside of the Chiefs. They're getting hot at the right time. I mean, the way the Bengals, they looked like they were in Super Bowl form last week. I know it was against the Falcons, but Falcons have been competitive in every single game they played this year. So, I could see, I mean, listen, I'm not high on the Browns, but I think they can win these games, and I kind of touched on how they could have 6-5 wins already this year, but they just find ways to lose them. Bengals getting hot at the right time. Their defense has also been very, very good. They've been sneaky good this year. Kind of under the radar, but they've had a good defense. Joe Burrow and that Jamar Chase connection looking better than ever. Prime time, it'll be a tough one. The Browns are at home, but, I mean, just give me the Bengals. They're the better team right now. They're hot. Their defense is looking good. The Browns are kind of on the downside, or the Bengals are trending upwards. But if the Browns do figure out a way to win this, it'll give their season life. But I just think it's kind of time to look forward to next year for the Browns.
Joe Burrow has never beaten the Browns in his career yet. Just wanted to point that out there.
That's a good stat. We'll see.
They've won one time when Joe Burrow sat out Week 17 of the NFL season. And that was like, I think that was Odell's last game in Cleveland. No, that was the year before he left. Before he got traded. Either way, man. Yeah, you got any last comments, man? Episode 9. I almost said hot or not. Goal2Go.
Nah, nothing really, bro. I know we said we'll get NBA this week, but next week for sure. We'll definitely touch on it. Yeah, as the season ramps up.
Next week.
This is only the second week.
Yeah, nothing's really crazy besides, obviously the Lakers drama always gonna be there. Showtime Lakers
are shooting historically bad from 3.
Yeah, bro. I saw a clip. don't know who. Maybe I don't know who it was, bro. It was AD in the corner. I saw him catching. He just turned around from
Nurkic.
Yeah, it was
Either side
hilarious.
of the backboard.
Oh, bro. If you would have said 2022 AD, you're just leaving him wide from 3, I'd be like, okay, like that's a terrible move, but.
And the sad part is AD's been hooping. He just needs to stop shooting. Like he's averaging like fucking 28 points in the first.
Thing
few
is,
games.
he used to be able to knock those down.
Yeah,
He used to be able to stretch the floor.
He just need to take his big ass to the paint now. And he's playing good basketball. He's looking really good on the defensive side too. It's just Lakers just cannot shoot, and that's what's killing them right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think Patrick Beverly has like only attempted 1 2-pointer this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, something like that. And
I mean, yeah.
he's only made like I think 5 or 7 threes.
Do you really want Pat Bev attacking the rim though?
He's like their best shooter right now. But I'm saying, like, do you want him shooting fucking that many threes? Like,
not really.
Not even a layup.
I don't want him scoring, to be honest.
I don't. They've been playing.
They got too many scoring options for
the Lakers. Have been playing really good defense. So I'll give it to them. Their defense has been some of the best in the league so far. They got to give all their effort on defense. They can't do anything on offense. It's not LeBron, so yeah, they got to figure it out.
Yeah, man. That's gonna conclude.
And side note, John Wall has like.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, let me finish this and just take it to next week. Go ahead, man.
That's all. We'll talk about.
John Wall has been looking good.
John Wall has looked very good in his. He didn't play against the second game against the Kings. He played the first game against. We played the Lakers. I think it was the Lakers.
I got one basketball comment too, man. You just lost a head-to-head matchup against me in fantasy basketball. 1-0.
This is my first year ever playing, bro.
I haven't played fantasy basketball since like the 8th grade.
Okay, and
when Kevin Love was on the Timberwolves.
I haven't played ever.
And we used to play categories, not even points straight up, but you probably don't even know what that is.
I don't. Exactly. See, look, you already know more than me. So,
bro, it's just...
I'm the underdog, bro. It's cool. It's my first year. I'm getting my feet under me, figuring things out. We'll be good. I'm not worried. James Harden is carrying my team.
He definitely...
He's looking like a fucking MVP.
Bro, I'm really mad he took him from me, but...
And Embiid is not looking like an MVP.
Yeah, bro. Anytime he gets the ball in the post, it's a strip.
And Edwards has been selling me, bro.
He did sell you last game. I peeped that.
He's been selling me all... I was going to say some crazy shit, but nah, bro.
Go ahead, man. Get us canceled, bro. Like him. Go ahead, man.
And Edwards need to stop worrying about those gay people and play fucking basketball, bro. Worried about what those gay niggas is doing, bro. Start hooping, Ant Edwards. Don't worry about them gay people, man.
I don't know what
shout out Ant Edwards, bro. I'll fuck with him, bro.
That was questionable or good for the people, but yeah, we're all inclusive here, man. He's one of the biggest supporters of the LGBTQ community entirely.
Clearly.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah, clearly I am. I'm on their side.
All right. Anyways, man.
You were supporting too, right?
Yeah.
A supporter, a part of it or just a supporter?
I'm a supporter, bro.
Oh, okay, I'm just making sure.
Alright, bro. Before we get canceled, man, episode 9 of Goal2Go podcast. Sitting here, man.
Oh, man.
Another week, bro. Appreciate y'all. You already know. Goal2Go.
Big episode next week.
Spotify.
What
Big
we doing?
episode next week.
We doing the season awards or the teams?
We're
best players.
We're gonna do best players. We're gonna kind of do like a fantasy draft almost.
Yeah. Of
who we think is not the best fantasy players, but just best
players, best team. Yeah.
At their position.
Like team of the year, halfway point so far.
Yeah. Who we would put on all first? Was it all pro team?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking NBA.
Yeah, and we'll definitely pick up some NBA next week too.
Yeah, but yeah, episode 9, man.
Touch on the World Series.
Might as well, bro. It starts Friday, so it's over. Yankees got swept, man. Them boys suck.
Who you got?
I got the Phillies, man. I'm running that Bryce Harper. I always like Bryce Harper coming up. He got a lot of slander on his name just for.
He's a horrible teammate.
How?
That's just what I've been seeing.
Exactly, bro.
That's what they say. He's a bad teammate.
Like, bro, you just say he's a bad teammate, bro. He's just public enemy number 1. Anyways,
I think I'm alright with the Phillies too, but the Astros are. Looking
Nah, I
damn
hate
near,
the
they look
Astros,
damn near
so-
unbeatable, bro.
I hate them. So, I mean, just turn me up, Philadelphia. You should be rocking with them. Bro,
I
since
just
you're
said
an
I
Eagles
am.
fan.
I'm rocking with the Phillies.
I'm just saying, bro. Anyways, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, all that streaming platforms, YouTube.
Yeah, TikTok, everywhere. Check us out.
Goal2Go Pod on TikTok, man. Go ahead, like, repost, share.
Oh yeah,
Running
your
up on
little
TikTok.
Daniel Jones clip did some numbers last week.
I didn't
He had a
even
few
peep.
likes. I think he had like 500 views, especially after the Giants won.
Oh,
It
that
definitely
shit blew up.
It picked up a little traction, bro.
What did I even say,
gained,
bro?
We gained like, we got a few followers off that shit too.
What did I even say?
I don't even fucking remember, bro.
I'll have to look at it.
Oh
after.
no, it was the Daniel Jones hot or not. And then you were like, he could be serviceable, you know, like he could win you a few games. Yeah.
He could win, like, he could lead a team.
Yeah, you said the Super Bowl, bro. When I forgot you said that one back, that was crazy. I don't think he could lead him to a Super Bowl, but he
Lead him to a Super Bowl, maybe not win. I mean,
you compared him to Eli Manning. You said like that Eli Manning team, they had the defense, but
I mean, look at him, bro. He looks like Eli Manning, bro.
if he could run.
Exactly. This is a modern day Eli Manning.
Eli was a way better thrower in football.
Yeah, but he got the legs to make up for it, bro. As long as he don't fumble, bro. Anyways,
We'll
man.
see, bro. Daniel Jones is going to the Super Bowl.
Episode 9, bro.
I learned a lot about you today, bro. You're a Cardinals fan, and you think the Giants are going to
Bro.
the Super Bowl.
Alright, man. You know I'm not a Cardinals fan. Fins up, dog pound, bro. I only got 2 teams. You know these.